Me, anybody that knows me knows I never really had a lot. I mean, my mama, she took care of us the best that she could, but I didn't have my first cell phone until I was about 17. Anything that I really had meant something to me. I either worked hard for that shit or it was a gift to me that was given to me to keep type shit. So it was this one time I used to go to this pool hall back in the day and I had my tablet in the car. I didn't have a cell phone. I used this tablet to get in touch with everybody. I saved my beats to this tablet. It had a lot of important pictures and all that shit in it. This was my way of communication. So I had left my tablet in the car whenever we pulled up to the pool hall and everything. And like, if you grow up in the hood, which this specific person didn't, you would know that, nigga, you don't ride around with your windows down. Like, motherfuckers is crackheads out here. Motherfuckers will steal your shit. We went inside, me not knowing that he had the windows rolled down. I left my tablet in the car to charge and shit because it was dead. So we in there, we played pool for about 2 hours, maybe an hour. And like, we come out, it's a pizza sign on top of the car, like a pizza delivery sign. And like, we like, what the fuck? And I look in the car and my tablet is missing. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, why would you ride with the windows down? I'm going off on dude. He looking confused, I'm looking confused. So we go inside and try to get camera footage. And at the time, it was a white dude in there. So he was like, nah, there's nothing really I can do for you, da-da-da-da. So 2 days later, we went back on some real life investigation type shit, like, cause I wanted my shit. And we had got in there, it was an Asian dude named Turtle. We asked him for the footage and he had told us, he was like, I'm really not supposed to be giving y'all this, but I fuck with y'all, so whatever y'all do, just don't do it over here. So he showed us the video, my homeboy get it on his phone. As soon as I see the video, I see a car, and I knew exactly who car it was and everything. It was my homeboy's brother's car. So like, I'm like, damn, nigga, I know exactly who this is. It's a gang of Mexicans coming out the car. And I didn't know the little nigga that was coming out of the car. But when he put the sign on, he looked inside and took my shit and ran off. Once I found out who was driving the car, what the car looked like, and all that shit, me and my homeboy, we riding around in the Mercedes. Since niggas was stealing shit out of his car, we started pulling up with something different. We riding around in the Mercedes and shit, just looking for niggas type shit. Well, one day, we see that same car at the gas station, deep as fuck. We pull down on them niggas hard as fuck. We hop out on that hot shit. I'm questioning each one of these niggas, like, who got my shit? Who got my shit? Who the fuck stole my tablet? Da-da-da-da-da. These niggas lined up. None of the niggas really look familiar, cause like, all these niggas was Mexican, so I couldn't really pinpoint who the fuck did it. The whole time, nigga, I'm walking right past the nigga that stole my shit. I'm looking this nigga in the face. I'm not sure if it's him. So I'm still asking for my shit. They like, we don't know, bro, it wasn't us. I'm like, all right. Draw the fuck off. My ear to the streets and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little tablet, but it was my tablet. So I made a whole commotion out this shit. I find out who it was, and it's my homeboy's little cousin and shit. And like, low key, I had to get the okay from him to put hands on this cousin type shit, cause you know, this is one of my best friends type shit, like one of my niggas, so I had to get that okay. He gave me the okay. I ain't seen the nigga that stole my shit. The nigga was like on some ducked off type shit. Word on the street is, he gonna punch me in my mouth with some brass knuckles and break my braces, cause at the time I had braces. So I'm like, oh, okay, you talking shit. Like you gonna do something to me, da-da-da-da. So September 20th, 2014, I'ma always remember this. We riding down MLK and we see that same exact car at the basketball court. My nigga pulled down on him quick. We hop out, I see that same nigga that said he was gonna break my braces. So I see him, and I'm like, you little bitch, get the fuck out the car. He started reaching for some shit in his sock. I don't know what the fuck, if he had a pocket knife or if he had some I don't know what he had, but he was like trying to reach for his sock, but I was getting on his ass. I had jumped on top of him and started getting his ass. And he kept on reaching for his sock. So I'm pulling his leg now. And I'm trying to pull the nigga out the car. My homeboy's just standing there and I'm like, such and such, man, come help me get this nigga out the car. We pulled that nigga out the car. I start stumping his ass the fuck out. It was a rearview mirror just sitting inside of that car that them niggas was in. I grabbed that bitch, start smashing that bitch over his head. Da, da, da. While he trying to cover his head and shit, I'm trying to go in his pockets. Me not knowing at the time that this is armed robbery. I mean, you can go to jail for years for this shit, but I didn't know this at the time. I was only like 16. So I'm going in the nigga's pockets trying to get his shit. After a while, just like, fuck it, man. We beat the nigga up and everything. We speed off. That same night, this nigga called up this little Mexican gang. He was trying to get initiated into that gang so that gang can go put some work in on me. I had already heard about the shit. Motherfuckers was talking. And like, I really wasn't worried about it because at the time, my Lovo niggas was deep. Along with my 43rd nigga, so I really wasn't even too much worried about it. But I had remembered that, so niggas started sitting here trying to get a rep off my name and shit. Like, I didn't try to sit here and glorify that shit online or do none of that shit. All that shit was on some handling my business type shit because you stole something that I really needed at the time. And that made a few motherfuckers want to quit fucking with me because like they heard my name was hot out here, but like nigga, I wasn't trying to sit here and cause no trouble on nobody. I just had to let a nigga know you can't do shit like that, not knowing what's gonna come with it. So I get the tablet back eventually from some other niggas that he done passed the tablet on to. I get my shit back, the whole screen cracked on that bitch. Bitch don't even work no more. So I'm like, damn, okay. Y'all get my shit back. Man, you know what I did? I shook all the niggas down. I made them come out of pocket, nigga. On my grandma, nigga. I made all the niggas come out of pocket. Like, I needed all my shit, and them niggas gave me my money. Then they start playing the blame game on each other and shit, so I wanna say like a week after all that shit happened, we go back to school, and a nigga run up to me talking about, hey bro, it's a nigga wearing some fuck Lovo shirts around here. Like, nigga, they showing everybody them hoes. So we like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm thinking, that shit don't even sound real. Like, nigga, who the fuck would take the time out their day to make a fuck Lovo shirt? Like, nigga, I'm not even popular like that. Like, nigga, I'm not even popping like that to even have some shit like that going on. So I go with my niggas and shit, we deep as fuck. We looking for the nigga. I see the nigga with the fuck Lovo shirt. And he just standing there, he see us, and I'm like, so what's all this about? He was like, man, you see what the shirt say? You see what the shirt say? And I'm like, oh, that's how you feeling, huh? That's how you feeling. Low-key, the nigga was shook. Nigga was shook as fuck. Cause he seen how deep I was, and he seen like, we was on some lackadaisical shit about it. Like, nigga, we ain't about to get suspended whooping your ass about wearing this shirt. Cause really, you just gave me some clout. So we let the nigga slide. I was really flattered. I was like, damn, niggas is like really giving me that name out here. So I get called up to the office one day. The principal talking about Lovo is a gang. We're moving like a gang. We're sitting here, we're orchestrating gang activities and all of this. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't got no colors. We ain't doing none of that shit. But so many motherfuckers started talking about like how we was all clicked up and all this stuff and how we was like really putting work in on niggas. Like, I hit them with that freedom of assembly shit, but they didn't want to hear that bullshit. They was like, nigga, we see any more Lovo shirts, we see anything Lovo. Nigga, you getting suspended and them niggas getting suspended. And they put it just like that. So when it came to the Lovo shit, I really had to like play shit low key cause they start calling me Lovo. Like, it got to that point, and, you know, I didn't want to stress my grandma out no more. My grandma used to go to the school all the time to pick me up and try to take up for me and all this, so I couldn't do it no more. That's when it all started falling apart, my nigga. That's when it all started falling apart. Because once the clique got divided and we started getting in trouble and all that, we started going against each other.